Morning. Hey, everybody. Welcome. Good morning. Happy Monday. Chat in if you're here. Say hello. It's good to be back on a Monday. I was away and then it was the holiday, and here we are. Time rolls along. It is June. Hi, Tanya. Good morning. Hello. Got my faithful buddy here. He's a good boy. Aren't you, Prince? Hi, Susan and John. Thank you for the welcome home. It was a lovely, lovely getaway. Such a great kind of jump back into the world on a plane and with other people in a beautiful place. It was really, really lovely, really healing. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. And you can see that I am on my sofa. So, welcome. I'm Annie Moyer. This is Sun and Moon Yoga's YouTube channel. And here I am in this place where we chill out, where we kick back, where we sip tea and read the newspaper and watch a movie and gather with friends and family and occasionally practice some yoga. The message I want to convey here is about the ubiquitous opportunities for yoga practice to show up and to be useful in our lives. It does not have to be on a mat with a specific big chunk of time set aside to do fancy posturing and to be strict about quiet and serene and precise surroundings. Yoga is, at its essence, happening all the time should we choose to allow it. It is about cultivating a quality of attention to whatever you're doing, wherever you happen to be. And this quality of attention allows us to recognize the fleeting, impermanent moments, which is good news when those moments are not of our choosing, and challenging news when we realize that the things that we seek and crave and want and feel that we need are not going to last forever. But this quality of attention allows us to be fully present for whatever is arising in the moment and find ways to inhabit those moments with grace, with ease, with compassion. And so if you find yourself on your sofa and feeling a little bit disconnected or exhausted or anxious about something, you don't have to go somewhere else to fix it. You can find a breath and lift your spine and sit with ease and purpose. And there you have your yoga. So, what we'll do today in this short experience is to explore lots of different ways that we can have a useful practice from the comfort of your own living room couch. So, if in preparation for this practice today, you did lay out a mat and arrange your space. That's fine. Everything we do here on the sofa, you can do on your mat. You might want to have a chair or a sofa seat level height nearby for a little bit of upside down movement that will do. But by and large, you can do this anywhere you're seated. So here we are. And we'll start with finding a tall spine. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention is I'm going to offer something with a strap today. So if you have some sort of long tie or sash or a yoga strap handy, you can use that too. A long scarf would work as well. So I'm going to have that ready to use in just a little while. So finding your tall comfortable seat, you can have your legs crossed like I have mine, or if you're sitting on your sofa and you have an ottoman or a coffee table nearby, feel free to stick your legs out on it, rest your feet up. Whatever's most comfortable. Nice tall spine. Rising up with your hands comfortably resting somewhere in your lap. Take a long, steady inhale and exhale. Let it go. A steady breath in and a steady breath back out. Just do that a few more times and feel the receipt of your body from underneath, the surface on which you've rested yourself is receiving all of your physical presence. So let that happen. And then that receipt serves as a springboard to rise back up. And in between the receipt of gravity dropping your body down and the springboard rising it back up, there is this beautiful flow of energy. And the next time you exhale, just pause at the very bottom of the breath. And then with your next inhale, start to roll your shoulders around. Big, juicy, eager circles of your shoulders. They lift up, circle back, drop down, and come forward. And if you do this with just your shoulders, you'll notice that your arms can hang softly as opposed to doing it with your whole arm. Just the shoulders. Up, back, down, forward, up, back, down, forward. You might hear some crackly pops inside the joint. That's what movement will do. Will click away some of the tension stored in the joint capsules. And now reverse the direction of your shoulder circles. Notice if you've gotten your head into it, if you're trying to move your shoulders with your head. It doesn't actually work, so you can let the jaw rest. Keep the chin fairly parallel to the floor. And again, keep the arms soft, hanging down from the joint of the shoulders. And then pause in a neutral position. Now take your arms out away from your sides, palms up, and rest the fingertips down on something. I've got them resting on the pillows here on either side. And then with your next inhale, raise the arms slowly, take them up and out into a V shape. Keep the shoulder blades drawing together on your back. And then as you exhale, drop the arms back down. So they're at an angle pointing downward. And then when you rise up, they're at the angle pointing upward, up and down. And breathing in and out as you coordinate these easy, simple movements. So, how high you reach your arms is up to you. You can take them all the way up if you'd like, but it might be interesting to keep the angles to minimize the distance raised and dropped. And inside of that, what seems like a limitation, a shortening of range of motion, we are creating the ground for this quality of attention to be fully present. So rather than thinking about, well, I got to go all the way up, or I've got to go all the way down, or I've got to do and do and do and go and produce and achieve, not that. Rather, just the quality of attention about what's real and present and accessible right now from the comfort of your couch. It's okay, again, if you're not doing this from your couch, but you get the idea. The comfort of wherever you are. So if somebody ever says to you, I can't do yoga because my body isn't this way or that way, show them this. Ask them to report to the nearest sofa and to raise their arms with a steady inhale and drop their arms with a steady exhale. And you've proven them wrong that, in fact, they can do yoga. Okay, so release the arms, bring your hands back to comfortable place on your lap. Now let's take the head into the movement action. So a simple turn of the head to one side and to the other side. So the jaw parallel to the floor is skimming the horizon. And there's no requirement for how far your head turns. The requirement is to cultivate this attention of full presence, to notice that your head is turning, to notice that your cervical spinal vertebrae are rotating, to notice that you're breathing in and then that you're breathing out, and to feel the fullness of all of that arising together in this particular moment. Bring your head back to center and then tilt an ear to one side and raise the head and tilt the ear to the other side and go back and forth, side to side, left and right as you're breathing in and out. I think that the simple movements tend to, for some people, appear not exciting or boring, if you want to use that word, which I was never allowed to use as a child. How can you be bored when there's so many books to read? Nevertheless, I think that when some people perceive these simple movements in that way, what's missing is the recognition of value of this quality of full attention. So that even between here, the angle of my head here, and here, the angle of my head the other way, there is so much space to explore. There is so much energy that's fully alive, feeding our existence just inside this space. So if we can slow down the moments, then we can train our consciousness to fully inhabit these moments. And because stress and anxiety are thoughts that are happening not in real time. So, what if we could always be present in real time? How much capacity would we then train up to diminish or sweep and clean away all of those thoughts of that feel stressful and anxiety producing? Okay, so now we're going to combine the tip and the turn of the head. So a tip, keep the tip and add the turn. So you'll notice now the nose is facing maybe down toward the shoulder, and then turn back the other way. Keeping the tip, adding the turn, the full range of motion that's available in your neck spine just right now, side to side. And then come back to center, tip your head to the other side, keep the tip, the new tip, and add the turn. And explore all of this potential space and awareness in between one end point of the movement and the other. And if I'm cultivating this quality of full awareness in what's happening right now, the present moment expands, and the worries about the future and the regrets about the past contract. They get smaller. And me right now gets bigger. And then come back to center. So now take the arms out all the way to the side, reach through the fingertips, bend your elbows up like a cactus shape, and start to turn the heart to one side, and then turn the heart to the other side, and back to center, and to one side, and the other side, and back to center. We're going to explore some more twists shortly using a strap. For right now, feel what it is to keep the arms uh, raised up like this, and to move from the center of the heart and to let everything else be at ease. And now lace your fingers behind your head. Keep the elbows out wide. Inhale, keep rising up tall through the top of the head. And on an exhale, tip one elbow over to one side. And then turn the heart up a little higher. So we've tipped and then we've added a twist. Before we were tipping and then rotating with just the head. And now we're doing it with the whole upper half of the torso, from the base of the ribs all the way to the crown of the head. And then rotate down and rotate up and rotate down while everything is still tipped over to the side. And then back up to center, pause. If you want to relace your fingers, you can feel the awkwardness of the other pinky on the outside of the cross, and then tip over to the other side and rotate down and rotate up and rotate down and rotate up. Another thing that might be interesting to notice is that when you take the rotation, whichever way you're turning, does the opposite leg wake up a little bit and insist itself down just a tad extra, so that grounding is a natural response when things start to get a little topsy-turvy. So enjoy that wisdom of your body. So as I'm turning up to the right, my left leg is insisting itself down just a little more with just a little extra oomph. Likewise, when I rotate to the left, my right leg says, "Oh, I got to work a little harder here." And that's this beauty of being fully present to the experience rather than living in past or future stress and anxiety and worry and regret, is that the body's wisdom comes forward and acts appropriately. Okay, back up to center. And then soften the arms down, shake them out, give them a rest. If you've had your legs crossed one way this whole time, you can recross them with the other ankle or shin in front. And now take whatever tie you have handy and widen it out as just as wide as your shoulders. So your hands as wide as your shoulders. And then rotate so if you're holding with your back of your hand facing up, rotate your arms so that the palm is facing up. And then you might notice that you'll widen a little bit on the strap. Keep that strap taut as you're pulling the hands apart, and then raise up the strap with your arms. And then bend your elbows and take the strap behind your head. And now from here, lift your chest and lean backwards so the strap is holding your head up so that it doesn't collapse back and contract or constrain your neck. So the strap is serving as a headrest in a sense. And now keep the back of your head on the strap, keep the strap on the back of your head and round forward. And this is going to prevent your head from dropping and collapsing on the throat. Inhale, lean back, lift the heart. Exhale, round the spine. Puff the back, the mid back behind you without collapsing the head forward. Good. Okay, and then come back to center. And now bring the strap around behind your waist and hold it with your hands. Squeeze your elbows back. Pause here for a moment. Keep squeezing the elbows back. Feel the shoulder blades squeeze back behind you. And now take your hands behind and cross them and hold on to the strap with your hands, wrists crossed. And then pull the strap out. So your hands crossed, they're grabbing the strap, and then you're pulling it out. I'm going to turn around so you can see. So I started crossed, and then I pulled out. And from here, feel the shoulder blades squeezing, squeezing, squeezing together. Now, notice if your shoulders plowed forward. You want to keep them back. So the closer your hands are together initially in the cross, then when you pull them wide apart, this will help keep the shoulders nice and broad. And you can look down and check. Are they poking forward or are they rolling back? And you can let your elbows come out wider if that's more helpful. Take a quick peek. Another breath. And then release. Shake out your arms, your wrists, your fingers. Now take the strap or the sash, whatever you have, and take it nice and wide as your arms can go. So the strap is taut and it's resting behind your shoulders, shoulder blades on the upper back. Now turn without losing contact of between your shoulders and the strap. So if you took your arm, your back arm, further back than your shoulder, you'd feel the strap lose contact with the shoulder. We want to keep that contact. And then try it to the other side. Somebody else is stretching his arm nice and straight too. So the strap will tell you that you're keeping your arms and your shoulders all in one line. So the next time you go to one side, stay there and tip over and down. So we've already done this movement several times. We started doing it just with the head, the tip and the twist. Then we did it with the upper torso. Now we're doing it with the whole torso. And then come back up, turn to the other side, and then angle down. And then come back up. First side again. Turn as far as you can, and then tip over. And come back up. Second side again. Turn, turn, turn. Maneuver around pillows and animals and whoever else is on your couch with you, and then tip over. If you're a fan of triangle pose, you might recall this feeling of widespread arms, a tip to the side, so a lateral stretch with a little twist. And you might also notice that if you let your arm drop too far behind you, the strap will lose contact with the shoulder, and then you've lost that nice long line of presence along the back plane. Okay, back up to center and release. And then you can put the strap or whatever you're using off to the side. Take both arms out again and up and bend the elbows. Lace your fingers together. And this time, instead of having the elbows wide apart, bring them so they point forward. And on the exhale, round forward. This time, go ahead and let your head drop, but keep contact with your hands. Puff the back of the spine behind you. And then inhale, lift up, raise the heart. Look toward the ceiling, lean back, and then back and forth a few times. So it's like you're doing seated sit-ups, upright sit-ups. And then back to center, elbows forward. Now let go of one hand, keep the other hand holding the back of your head, and then use your free hand to lift the lifted shoulder even higher. Encourage it back, 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 and up, up, up. And then wrap your free hand around the arm so you get your fingertips onto the 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 deltoids right here, and then pull around so that you're trying to as if you're trying to pull the deltoid muscle forward and around. And breathe. You can also grab the biceps if you want. Pull them around and breathe as you lift and twist the arm. Your hand now can just hang loose if you want, or you can keep holding the back of your head. And then let it go and shake it out. Both arms out and up. Lace your fingers behind your head. Elbows forward, round a few times again, forward and back. Inhaling and exhaling. And then the other side. So free one hand and use it to lift the other elbow up and encourage it back. And then wrap this free hand around the bicep or the deltoid and pull the muscle around the outside toward the front of the direction you're facing. So you're rotating the arm nice and snugly inside the shoulder socket. And breathe. And breathe and breathe. And then release the arm and shake it out. Shake everything out, shimmy around, make some circular movements with the spine rounding and arching, filling this imaginary canister of energy all around you, and then go the other direction. Let the shoulder joints move around. Let the spine be as free as possible. And cultivate this continued quality of present moment awareness at every moment along the way, every increment of breath and movement. Let it be infused with your full, careful, conscious, and compassionate attention. For the grand finale, we will now flip over and do legs up the sofa. So I'm going to turn around and I'm going to swing my legs up and hang my shins off of the back edge. Now, if you're on a couch and the back is taller than this one, that's fine. You could just lift your feet up as high as they'll go. Any sort of comfortable, welcoming surface. And if you wanted to put an extra pillow on top of it behind your knees, that would be fine too. If you're on the floor and you have a comfortable cushion of a chair or an ottoman nearby, you could do this on the floor with your back on the floor and your legs up on the seat. So, spinning around. I'm going to scoot close to the back edge of the sofa and swing my legs up, drop them over the back, lay my head on the seat, and all kinds of things you can do with your arms and your hands. You can hang your arms off the back edge. You can put your hands on your belly. You can pet your pup. Choose to be comfortable. Choose to be at ease. Let the furniture have you. Surrender to gravity and inhabit this moment fully. Welcome the inhales and give grace to the exhales. Scan the body for reluctant tension And feed those places with easy breath, soft understanding. And then 3 more breaths in and out. And then begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. And if you dropped your arms back, return them by your sides. Pull your knees in. Give them a gentle squeeze. And roll over onto your side. And push yourself back up. And enjoy the rest of your day. I hope that this was useful and inspiring and comforting and all the wonderful things that yoga can be. I wish you all well, and I will see you soon. Take good care, everybody. Oh, you're so welcome, Mary Beth. Thank you. Hello, Alana and Jesse Moyer. Yes, our dog is sweet and a good boy. Bye, everybody.